So here we are at the Sinek Doctors booth, right?
Yeah.
With Ivy, who loves cameras.
No, I don't.
Morning. It is like 7:30 in Las Vegas. Ready to go to this Nerdvention. Going to it's actually a Sinek Doctors meeting this morning, so I'm gonna try to talk a little quiet because I'm definitely early. It's early in Vegas. Most people go to sleep like at, I don't know, 1 or 2 o'clock. We got on late last night around about 8 o'clock, 8:30. Got some room service. Got some good rest and went to the gym this morning and heading over to the convention center this morning to meet Dr. Megan. She's kind enough to order me an omelet this morning. Anyway, so what's crazy is these hallways. You can go in and out and around, and it's a long walk to get anywhere. Matter of fact, I don't even really know where I'm going. I'm just gonna keep meandering until I find all the convention center and coffee and all the good stuff. So anyways. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, after a great day of learning, it's time to go enjoy a little bit of fun at the pool. Oh shoot, I don't think I have might need to get my ID and my wallet and a card to get into my room. That all might be good. Just got done buying a toothbrush in Vegas, and if you were wondering what the going rate for a toothbrush, so this is actually, it's a soft bristle Oral-B right there. So what do you think's a fair fee, Dr. Megan, for a toothbrush?
Maybe a couple bucks.
Yeah, maybe $1.50, $2. I don't know, maybe $7.
$7.57.
Boom. That seems about right. Yeah, I could have left a tip for my $7 toothbrush. Anyways. It's the first day of the SiroWorld conference here in Vegas, Nevada. We're gonna go hear Simon Sinek speak this morning. So I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with Simon Sinek, but he's a pretty awesome motivational speaker. He's got a lot of insight into how to, run a business and to treat people and just kind of live life. So pretty excited to hear him in the opening this morning. So apparently you got to get up a little earlier for breakfast because look at that, it is packed. It's going to be a little bit of a line for breakfast this morning.
Soy americano.
Large Americano.
Large?
Large, with an extra shot, a little bit of milk.
Extra shot?
Yes, please. And then I'll get a caramel macchiato.
What say your caramel macchiato?
We'll go with a large there as well. Cutting it close, aren't we? Oh man. Hey, just means we planned the perfect amount of time. Planned it perfectly. maximize sleep and rest.
So when no one else can see you and me, turn the lights out now. Now I'll take you by the hand, hand you another drink. Drink it if you can. Can you spend a little time? Time is slipping away.
Life is not the amount of breaths you take. It's the moments that take your breath away. Slow down. Light up the blaze, go! Get it with it. What you get hit with. This is my room. This is my truth. The way to my room. Get fly with it. All up in the sky with it. Can't see me, come beat me. Get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Will Smith.
I was rebelling by not cursing. It was crazy. It was like a Jedi mind trick. I'm gonna have to, make a decision. I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to school. I want to give rapping a shot. And like that sounded real stupid.
It's what every
I'm not
mother
going to
wants.
get no education. I want to rap. I was used to making movies that people liked.
Right. And you were in a groove. Everyone was coming out.
I was coming. I was like, ooh, fumble.
And does it make it worse that, and this is the rumor, that you turned down The Matrix to do the Wild Wild West?
We don't talk about that. Actually, if you're gonna insult me, I don't have to. Yeah, no, it was. All right, here's what happened. So the Wachowski brothers are the directors of The Matrix, right? And as it turns out, they're geniuses. But there's a fine line in a pitch meeting between genius and what I experienced in the meeting. So this was the pitch for The Matrix. So dude, it's like, imagine like the computers like use humans as batteries, right? And we like think we're in reality, but it's the Matrix. And we're thinking we're gonna invent some cameras, right, dude? So the camera, so imagine a jump and then you freeze, but the camera doesn't freeze. I'm sorry. Say that again. And I'm looking up, and it's like, I think I get it. So I was like, the next day I was, hey guys, it sounds real cool that you jump. So I would jump and I would freeze, but the camera don't freeze. That seems hot. But and I turned it down. I turned it down.
Because in the back of your mind, there's Wild Wild West, and no one's.
Yeah, and then Barry Sonnenfeld, who we had made Men in Black, calls me and he offers me Wild Wild West, and I was like, yes, but no. If the thing that you're doing, that you're dedicating yourself to, does not improve people's lives, it's a bad choice. And Willow really, she taught me that. And it was funny, we got home and we're talking about it and all of that, and I had been dreamed and I was pushing my family, and there was a vision I had. And I remember Willow saying one day, she put her hand on my face and Jada was standing there. She said, "Mommy, it's so sad." And she said, "What, baby?" She said, "Daddy has a picture of a family in his mind, and it's not us."
Kids are so wise.
I've always thought about that, and everything in my life, the good, the bad, the right, and the wrong, has led me here. So, you know, I would leave that dude alone. I would try to learn from him. He knew something. The childlike spirit that I had back then, like that thing that on Fresh Prince, I would say anything. I would say anything or do anything. There was this wild freedom that I had, that success made it harder for me to be free in that way.
Right. So then that leads me to my final question. I and everybody in this room have a feeling that you are still laying those beautiful bricks and the journey is continuing. So I want to know, what's next for Will Smith?
You know, it's interesting. I'm looking at the world, and I have a lot of ideas and perspectives, and you know, there's a new space for me. Part of doing these talks and getting out and meeting people is to try to find that next lane. You know, I'm not certain what it is, but I want to contribute to the human family in a way that is powerful and is meaningful. And I'm not certain exactly what it is.
It's freezing in here. That's my opening inspiration. So I'm completely fascinated by this subject of leadership. One of the challenges about this concept of leadership, though, is that there's actually no standard definition of what a leader is. Some people think you're a leader because you're the most senior person in the organization, or you're the leader because you know what to do, or you're the leader because you take care of others. Even the term servant leadership that's bandied about so often lacks a standard definition. So if we can't all agree on what a leader is, then how do we know we're all on the right path to becoming a leader? How can you aspire to be something if we don't even agree on what it is? So the good news is there actually is an objective definition of leadership, and it's based on biology and anthropology. It goes back to our past. You see, the very survival of the human animal required leaders. We, by our nature, are social animals, right? We live in groups, and we lived in really dangerous times. Homo sapiens been on this planet about 50,000 years. There were other hominid species that existed at the time. They died off, we survived. And it wasn't just because of our big brains, it's because we lived together and worked together. We trusted each other and cooperated. There are inherent benefits in trusting each other and cooperating. It means that I can fall asleep at night and trust that someone else will watch for danger. If I don't trust people, I can't fall asleep. Bad system. The problem is, the concepts of trust and cooperation are not instructions, they're feelings. I can't order you to trust me. I can't tell somebody to trust me. Nor can I instruct people to cooperate. I can instruct people to work together, but that's different. Cooperation means that I can turn my back and trust that someone won't stab me in the back. And these are feelings, and these feelings are born directly out of the environment we're in. If the environment is right, you get trust and cooperation. If the environment is wrong, you get cynicism, paranoia, mistrust, and self-interest. In other words, we respond to the environments we're in. We all know this. You can take a good person and put them in a bad environment, and that person is capable of doing bad things. You can take a bad person, somebody who may have performed bad acts and is not considered trustworthy by the tribe. You change their environment, and they're able to turn their lives around and become remarkable and productive members of society. In other words, it's all about the environment. So like as I said before, if you go back 50,000 years ago, you'll find that they lived in tribes, they lived in circles of safety, a world filled with danger. All of these forces working very, very hard to kill us. Nothing personal, it's just the way it was. But when we felt safe amongst our own, Trust and cooperation simply showed up.
Hey, you better go get a taxi. Get the heck out of here.